Welcome to the Nifty Nuggets weekly news and reviews podcast show. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about Goldman Sachs U-turn on crypto, Elon Musk buying Twitter and what that means for mass adoption, Bored Ape Yacht Club Otherside land sale and how that's going to affect the market. Also, something's cooking in Nugsville as the Nifty Nuggets have some upcoming events, so stay tuned to find out what they are. But before we jump into the fryer, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, smash the like button, and leave a comment below. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at NuggetsNifty. Now, let's get on with the show. Hello and welcome to Nugsville. Joining me this week as ever is Channing. So
Hello,
Channing,
hello.
how are you, my friend?
I'm very good, and I'm super excited about what is going to happen on the weekend, this weekend.
Me too. But before we jump into that, can you smell something? I think something's cooking in Nugsville. I wonder what that can be.
What that is, the whitelist spots still available for the batch 3, the third batch of the Nifty Nuggets. If you don't know what
Yes.
Nifty Nuggets is, ask CryptoVias.
Well, no need to ask. Well, you can ask. You can always reach out to me, if you like. But I'll just give you a quick little briefing as to what Nuggets are or who we are. So basically, Nifty Nuggets is a NFT project that's on the IMX layer 2 solution, and we've been building slowly building it. Well, actually, it's not even slowly, it's been quite quickly. We've been building in the background so that we can basically launch the academy, and it's going to be a place where people can come to learn about crypto, anything related to crypto, be it cryptocurrencies, NFTs, nodes, DeFi, finance, and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a good place to be, and as well as that, it's just a fun place to hang out. We do loads of events like gaming nights, so that will be Call of Duty, Warzone, Valorant, you name it.
That's nice.
We also got something called chance cards, where you can use our in-server currency to purchase chance cards, and chance cards have some pretty awesome rewards, like the aforementioned batch allocations. So you can win. Up for grabs at the moment is batch 3. There's a batch 4, and I think there's a legendary as well, which is a batch 0. So
that's secret. Shh.
Okay. I'll say no more. But yeah, we're going to be launching an app soon. We've got like our kind of currency, our currency, which is Source, and super big news. We have the ability, and we may very well do this. We have the ability to list on Opensea, which means migrating. Yeah, which means migrating onto the Ethereum blockchain. So keep your eyes peeled. So
that's the ultimate alpha. Oh, and don't forget about the awesome AMAs that we're holding every single week. And you know what's going to happen at the end of AMA, because it will be awesome, juicy, whitelist spots available for you guys if you are part of the Nifty Nuggets. Okay.
Most definitely. And if you want the opportunity to join us in Nugsville, make sure you listen out for the secret password. That's going to be mentioned during the course of this episode, and comment in the YouTube section below, and we will be picking out winners or a winner to receive the Discord invite, and you'll be able to hang with Channing and myself, as well as all the other wonderful nuggets in Nugsville. So without further ado, Channing, hit me with the markets.
Let's go. All right, so come to have a look at the general crypto market. The market cap right now is sitting at $1.9 trillion, which is similar to last week at the time of recording. 24 hours trading volume is $109 billion, which is pretty good. And dominance of the market is not looking very great because Bitcoin dominance is increasing while the Ethereum dominance is a little bit down. So the Bitcoin dominance is right now 39.5% and Ethereum is at 18.5%. So last few weeks we talk about usually the first sign of the bull cycle is the Bitcoin dominance get reduced, whereas Ethereum gets pumping up. But now we're seeing reverse. So we're gonna show you about the general market soon, and then you will find out why we are saying this. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin price right now. Is at the time of the recording is $39,478. And last 24 hours basically flat. Last 7 days down by 2.7%. Ethereum is 2,900. Last 24 hours 1.1% up, and last 7 days is 2.4% down. But let's have a look at the top coins. Basically everything is down. It's all red. It's all bloody red. But I can't I can't go further beyond before noticing about the Dogecoin, which is a lot up. Let's see this huge spike over there. We're gonna bring some juicy news later on for that one. And the next thing to talk about is none other than the Ape coin. Right now it's sitting around $21.70, but earlier today it ramped up to $27 to $28. We might bring some news for you to find out why. And let's have a look at the general crypto fear and greed index first. And as everybody can imagine, possibly, that we're in extreme fear, and from 0 to 100, it's sitting around 23, which is extreme fear. Same as yesterday and pretty much same as last week. So what do you think of that, Crypto Vias?
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like the markets as a whole, both crypto and NFTs, have just been kind of stagnant. Not much action happening. Spikes haven't been too high, and the dips haven't been too low yet. So there's so much uncertainty with regards to which way it's going to go. You'll see lots of people saying, "Oh, we haven't had a real bull, a real bear market at the moment where there's like massive crashes." So I think people have that on the back of their minds and don't really feel confident parting ways with their hard-earned, be it money to on-ramp onto cryptos or ETH to buy NFTs, because as we know, the hardest thing about NFTs is actually realizing those gains and liquidating them to make it, to get your ETH, because NFTs are illiquid, which means that they're not readily available to spend, because you have to obviously sell it first, get your ETH, and someone has to want to buy it. And Channing, I'm sure you'll be able to tell us about the trading volume on Opensea and how that would link into what I just said.
Yeah, sure. Actually, the last week's trading volume is on a obviously downward trend. The upward trend was caused by moonbirds, which we have covered last week, and have had some awesome price action already. We're gonna touch on that later on. But have a look at this downward trend on the trading volume. And actually, if you hop onto Opensea and have a look at the top 100 NFTs, we can see, except the Moonbirds MAYC and BAYC, all the other ones are on the downward trend and not looking so good, especially some of the new projects that just got launched, just got minted, such as we all know about the Ugly People, which was launched during the week. Right now, sitting at the floor price is massively below the mint price, which is 0.05 ethers.
That's crazy.
It is because it's a renowned NFT project, and it was founded by the Emmy Award winner Ho Hei. And I didn't like the 10K supply, honestly. I didn't like that. But I don't think this is a justified price action for that NFT project. And
people were able to sell that initially for like 0.3, so to see it down at 0.05 is quite crazy, considering the mint price was 0.15, wasn't it? So
exactly.
if you'd have minted that and flipped it, you would have got a 2x straight away. Well, 3x technically, but yeah, that would have been pretty decent. So
And the Whiskers was pretty hyped before the launch. Nearly everybody knows about this project, and then the price actually is not awesome neither. The trading volume is pretty good, 1K, 1,000 of Ethereum, but the full price is only 0.09. And beside those projects we just mentioned, we are in talk of a lot of projects, and they are all pushing back their launch date because nobody wants to launch in this time. And I guess you probably already know why. So bring it on.
Well, that's because the Yuga Labs, the Bored Ape Yacht Club Otherside land mint is going to be taking place. So there's a lot of people that have been putting their money into ApeCoin in anticipation of minting. Now, just to let people know, this episode is actually recorded before mint. So this is recorded on a Friday, and the mint's due to take place over the weekend. So we won't be talking too much about the real details of the upcoming mint because it will be old news. But as Channing's put the charts up, I was thinking about getting into ApeCoin when it was around like $18 at the beginning of the week, just based on the speculation that ApeCoin may be used for the land mint. And then it spiked all the way up to like $27, $28, which is crazy. I mean, Shannon, did you bother getting involved in ApeCoin? I didn't buy any, but did you?
Not really. I have a very, very small, tiny amount on the leverage trading side on the futures, but I'm not involved too much in ApeCoin, because I know that so much hype built around it, and I know when it is too much hype building around one project or one coin, things are going to be extreme. But the question is which way it is going. So it might be going upward or downward. So I don't want to get burned, and I don't want to be involved in the FOMO. For the people who don't know about it, is fear of missing out. So a lot of people are doing that right now because they are fearful that they're going to miss out the next billionaire opportunity. So they're trying to ape in this ape coin, no pun intended, and they're trying to become the millionaire overnight. So I don't want to be part of that because in being in this crypto world or NFT world, we eat volatility for breakfast. So
you got that right.
So we have to stay like survival is the key instead of making $1 million overnight. So you want to stay on the logical side rather than the irrational side. So that's why I'm not involved into it. But of course, we have a lot of news to talk about on it because we have to know about the things. So what do you have on the table, crypto views?
Yeah, so as I was saying with the mint, it's going to be old news, but it's confirmed that it's ApeCoin used to make the purchase. And as we saw in the trading volume overview, anything to do with Yuga Labs has seen a spike. And you'll see that the other NFTs are basically their floor price is dipping. But before we go on to the actual mint, there was the fact that the BASI, which is Bored Ape Yacht Club, their Instagram was hacked, and that meant that scammers were able to use like phishing sites to gain access to people's information, therefore draining their assets. Not as many people got caught out as would have been expected, but that just goes to show how big the land sale is. That everybody or majority of people knew that the sale was going to be taking place on the weekend. Therefore, not as many people fell for it as what I have seen happened in the past. And there's been a project out. Lots of people haven't really done their research, don't remember information, fall victim to FOMO, see a dodgy link and announcement saying, "Oh, stealth mint, like mint now, or you'll miss out, and you'll forever regret for the rest of your life," and all that nonsense. And also, I think it shows where we are in the market, because we're in a, I don't know, we're not really in a bull market, we're not really in a bear market, we're in a nothing
We're in the
market at this moment in
monkey's
time.
market, so it jumps up and
Yeah,
down.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And because we're in that phase, the excitement is pretty low. A lot of experienced people like myself are a bit bored, at this moment in time with the market, because not much is happening. So that means that I would feel that there's not many new people coming in, and it's the new people that come in search of the life-changing gains in one deal, which will end up getting burnt. So just to let people know that to participate in the land sale, they needed KYC.
Oh,
And
yes.
those that don't know KYC, that's know your customer. And Channing, you got a story about that, because some people said that they got scammed, and your friends actually shared some information with you with regards to how that scam may have looked. Not that they were involved in it, but when they were filling out their KYC, they got sent this picture on the screen at the moment, which looks like a legitimate Google form. So you'll see it all looks above board, the Otherside KYC, get your Basie or Macy number, Twitter account, ETH address, and then boom, at the bottom, the big one, the absolute big one, MetaMask seed phrase. Never, ever, ever send your seed phrase to anyone.
Absolutely.
Can't stress that enough.
No, yeah, definitely not. Don't ever send your seed phrase. But the part of the reason that people might be falling into this one is because this is a proper KYC. Well, not a proper, they are asking for KYC, which is know your customer. So basically, you have to provide your name, your real life name, your address that you're living in, and your tax file number, or a lot of things that you need to fill in. But MetaMask seed phrase is never part of the KYC, and you should never ever send this one to anyone in any form. So we can't stress this enough. Just be extra careful about it. And then even though when the Instagram got hacked, I don't think a lot of people are fell into it, but we still saw some suspicious transfers on that night, on that day. So there was a night time for me around 12 a.m. and I saw a lot of transfers of the BAYC and MAYCs into one wallet. So I don't know if there's something going on, or it's just probably a coincidence. But we did see that. So that might be a scammer got a lot of BAYCs, which is millions of dollars, US dollars. So which is pretty big. So just do not click on any sites that you don't know. Do not authorize the things, the transactions that you are not familiar with, especially when you have such a high profile NFT in your MetaMask or in your wallet. You should be extra careful about these things.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Do you reckon we talked enough about Apeland? Because there's just so many things to talk about, but we are running out of time. We can't be talking about Apeland all the time. So
yeah.
Let's talk about some news. Goldman Sachs. They are launching about a Bitcoin-backed loan. And earlier last week, they were launching a ETF as well. Oh, no, that's not their company. That's another company, but which we'll mention later on. But yes, Goldman Sachs is offering a Bitcoin-backed loan, which is pretty healthy for the market, in my opinion, because this means that you're putting your Bitcoin as a collateral, and they can be easily liquidated. Whereas the other assets we're seeing nowadays, such as cars or your real estates, they are very hard to be liquidated, and therefore when things goes bad, and that cause a domino effect, which cause a global financial crisis. But Bitcoin, it is much easier than that. I think it's going to be causing a healthier market. But the reason I'm bringing on this one is because I clearly remember in 2020, they said something wrong about Bitcoin. Actually, let's see. I have a quote here that happened in May 2020 because Goldman Sachs advised its customers to stay away from Bitcoin. And then this is what they have said. I'm quoting. We believe that a security whose appreciation is primarily dependent on whether someone else is willing to pay a higher price for it is not a suitable investment for our clients. Well,
well, that quote aged well, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So turned out that they are doing Bitcoin backed loan now. That's a 180 degrees turn. We have seen this kind of news for many times already. So this is not a new thing, like wouldn't be surprised about it, because essentially people are doing, like all these investment banks or these big companies, they follow where the money flows. So it's only a matter of time these big companies are accepting Bitcoin or making Bitcoin or cryptocurrency products. And same as the Blackrock. Here we go. I've got the news wrong. The Blackrock launches a blockchain industry ETF as well. So for the people who don't know, the company which manages around $10 trillion in assets, and they are adding blockchain and technology ETFs to iShare product line on Wednesday, April 27th. So we're just seeing mass adoption of the big companies.
And it's not just the big companies as well, because you flashed it up on the screen, but like developing and underdeveloped countries are also adopting it, like Panama. Obviously, there was El Salvador that adopted Bitcoin as a legal tender. And it links into what we've been discussing over the last couple of shows. For instance, with Cathie Wood and ARK saying that the talent of the banking world, legacy finance in Web 2, is going over to crypto. And from an economical standpoint, they say that currencies tend to last around about 100 years. So you had like glass beads, and then we got into like paper money. And now maybe there's speculation that paper money, as we know it, may be coming towards the end of its cycle. And when you're, I suppose, wealthy, i.e. a country like the UK, Japan, America, of course, with the biggest economy, you want to hold on to those things. You sometimes you're in denial. You're like, no, I've got the best thing. My money's worth the most. I've got the best economy. Yet in your developing country or underdeveloped country, you're looking for that opportunity, and that maybe potentially this is what they're speculating on, and what we the people within Web3 at the moment are speculating on, the fact that cryptocurrencies and NFTs play a massive part in the future. So Panama, El Salvador, and other countries that have been accumulating cryptocurrencies are basically speculating that it's going to be the way forwards in the future, and hopefully they can either boost themselves up the kind of economical powerhouse status ranks, or become the main sort of powerhouses. And that's why this space is so exciting, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. And I didn't know we're speculating. I thought we're doing educated guesses.
Fine line between speculation and educated guesses. Yeah. When you succeed, it's an educated guess. When your movement fails, it's a speculation.
Exactly. And then we're seeing all these smaller countries, they are trying to adopt the Bitcoin, making Bitcoin their legal tenders. And we all know where that leads to, because when more and more small countries are accepting Bitcoin or making it legal tenders, it leaves the big countries have no choice, because eventually you will have to communicate on the economic terms. So when you're trying to trade or anything, you have to adopt it. So as they said, if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
Exactly.
And to be honest, that links into the next piece of news, which is, you touched on it with Dogecoin and that spiking. But the reason why that spiked was because of the massive news that Elon Musk ended up buying Twitter.
That's
which
massive.
is crazy.
It is crazy.
It is crazy.
I mean,
yeah. So go on, Channing. Tell us some more about the price action of Dogecoin, and we can then talk about Twitter and what that may potentially mean for the future.
Yeah, so the Dogecoin just spiked, similar to ApeCoin actually. So the news came out, and the Dogecoin just pumped to 50% gain on one day. So that was from 0.12 to 0.16 in 24 hours. So that was massive. Everybody was so excited about it, because people are speculating. This time we're speculating for sure, because what happened was Elon Musk, they thought about buying the Twitter, and they actually bought it, and that's when the price action happened. The reason I'm saying is speculating.
To jump in there,
yeah, go on.
Because he done a tweet where he was encouraging Twitter to buy to use Dogecoin as its currency, and then he also done another cryptic clue or tweet saying, there's more than one way. So basically, if they didn't adopt it, obviously we now know that his plan was to buy Twitter. But at that time, like, people were thinking, "Ooh, what does he mean? What other way? Is that another currency? Is it another coin?" But yeah, sorry. So continue.
Yeah, sure. We all know Elon Musk. He calls himself the Doge father. So he exactly. And then we all know what's going to happen after he buys Twitter. So I think, well, this is a thinking thing, right? A guessing thing. He's going to make Dogecoin the official coin or official token for Twitter. And then that's why people are going to have more use cases for Dogecoin. Because before, like just the 12 months before, 24 months before, Dogecoin is a meme coin, which means there's no use cases. It's only a community-backed currency. But right now, it's giving people real-life uses as well. And there's another news just came out earlier this week. It says Dogecoin can be sent by radio instead of actions on internet. So you can now send Dogecoin without having internet. So that's another thing as well. But
wow,
yeah, that's off the topic. Let's get back to the Dogecoin action. So he talked about buying Twitter 9.2% of Twitter shares, and then he's talked about buying the whole company. And then everybody felt like he was only joking, because how can you buy a big, gigantic company just like that? And guess what? He did. So look, have a look at the trading volumes here from the 26th of April to 28th of April. We can see this massive spike in trading volumes here, which means a lot of people are speculating different results. Some people are betting on the longing side, some people are betting on the shorting side. But either way, this has been a crazy 2 days for the whole market, and that was awesome to be part of this journey as well. Because myself, I am not a big fan of what Elon Musk does on the Twitter account, because I think he's shilling too much. He talks too much about random things. And I think he does it to pump his own back, but that's only a speculation. I don't have any evidence or anything. I'm just saying that's what I'm thinking. But he does have my massive respect for what he does. So he said about he was going to buy Twitter, and he bought it just as the same when he launched SpaceX, and he said, we're going to do space. And then people were like, how are you going to do it? People laughed about it. And there you go. Yeah. He made it. And the same as when he said he was going to the electrical car company, like he's going to start an electrical car company as well. I guess what people said, people were laughing at him. You're never going to make it happen. But now we all know a car company called Tesla that is, we can't say dominating, but of course everybody knows about them in the electrical car company that's changing the world. So he is much a doer rather than talker. So I like him, and he has my respect. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about Dogecoin and Elon Musk.
I agree with you on that sense, because when you think about my kind of style of investment with regards to NFTs is backing teams and the people behind the teams, rather than just looking at it and go, "Oh, that's fantastic art, let me buy that." Because you can be a great artist if you don't have like the marketing skills or the business skills and proven track record of running the business and making it successful. Then it's hard for me to think, oh, how is this NFT project going to be the same? And like with Elon Musk and what you said, I don't, he's not like high on my list of people, but people will back Elon Musk because they'll see that he's a successful business person, and it happens throughout the whole of Web 2, Web 3 space. You track people's wallets, say in Web 3, where do they buy, and people tend to follow. But I would always make sure you do your own research with that, because people like Elon Musk, they've got money to burn and money to lose. So losing tens of thousands of pounds on random NFTs is nothing for them, whereas for people like me and the
that's my whole life saving.
Exactly. That's me gone. I don't know what I'll be doing. Put it this way, my JPEG of apes won't be keeping me warm when I'm sleeping on the streets.
Exactly.
So yeah, make sure you do your own research, and just try and back teams rather than just following blindly the crowds. But Shannon, before we wrap up the show, we've actually got some competition winners to select. So I think we'll get me old friend, old Nuggy Blinder, to help us out with that.
Yeah, sure. Let's bring him out.
Hello. What's going on here? Looks like we've got some raffle winners to pick. Shannon, let's go to work.
Sorry. That's too funny.
What are you laughing at, mate?
So last week we popped a question: what's the main prize for the Moonbirds? And then we have a lot of people answer the question right under the YouTube channel. So right here we have the wheels of the names, and we have just copy and pasted all the names here, and let's click to spin, and one lucky winner is going to win a invitation to the Nugsville. And looks like we have a winner. Woo! I don't know how to pronounce the name. Nuggy Blinder, can you help me with it?
Yeah, that's easy, mate. Lassie Lukanen. So what's going to happen? Someone from the Nuggets team is going to reach out to you on YouTube, and all they're going to ask for is your Discord ID. Nothing else. If anyone messages you asking for your passwords, seed phrase, or any links to mint anything, it's a scam. Don't interact with it. Well done, and I'll see you in Nugsville.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Nugget Blinder.
Danny, you got some unfinished business to take care of.
Yes, and we have a secret password this week as well. So the question of this week is, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, which coin or which token has got pumped so much and how much it has pumped? So if you think you know the answer, leave a comment below and we'll choose a lucky winner of the week to send out an invitation, just like what we did just now. Fantastic. Back to you now, CryptoViz.
Nice. Right. Well, folks, I hope everyone enjoyed the show this week. As I said, we've come to you just before the land sale. So feel free to leave comments below, and you can either laugh at myself and Channing for the predictions that we kind of made, how we thought the land sale is going to affect the market, or you can praise us if we got it right magically by looking through Channing's crystal ball. But yeah, Channing, once again, it was a great recording with you. I hope it all goes well for you over the weekend, and yeah, don't FOMO into the old Basie land at the last minute.
Exactly, and that's super important. Don't FOMO, because there are opportunities every single day out there to become a billionaire. So you don't want to make all your life saving betting on one thing at all. So that's too much of a gamble. So stay safe and stay what is it called? What is the word? Help me here, CryptoViz. Stay
crispy.
Oh, crispy. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah. So, folks, before we go, make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. If you haven't hit the bell notification, make sure you do that. Also, leave the comment below with the password for your opportunity to be entered into the raffle to enter into Nugsville. And yeah, also, you can get us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So when you do listen to us, make sure you leave a 5-star review. And if you haven't already done so, follow us on Twitter at NuggetsNifty. So, folks, until next time, stay crispy.
Bye-bye.